Hello everybody and welcome back to the Little King story playthrough. So, we beat up the Mush Geezer. We now have the ability to do something or other, I think. Well, obviously we get to expand Magical Land. But it's very expensive, as you would probably expect. But we are not done with all of that. I mean, obviously, first off, we have got to pay Liam because that has kind of been waiting quite a while, because he's a greedy blighter. And really, I mean, I do not want to be paying him this much money. Like, it is surely a rip-off. But, yeah, otherwise I'm just going to be sitting here waiting on this quest to be finished for far too long. But I think, seeing as we did, lose quite a few people yesterday to the Mush Geezer, I think we should probably go and pick them up. Just so that I don't feel quite so bad. But basically the main gist of this part, after regaining our folks, is we have one final Guardian UMA quest to do. It's the last time we will be expanding our kingdom as we have been doing, and after this point it means that all we will be doing is trying to take on the other kingdoms, finish off all of the buildings that we have to build, and just generally complete quests that we haven't done yet. Because there's certain ones which are kind of important. Not hugely important, but just stuff that we need to do. And other stuff will present itself as we continue onwards. But this is the last Guardian UMA, so it's also, I believe, the last time we will be hearing the William Tell Overture. Which makes me really sad. Anyway, what we want to be doing for this next Guardian UMA fight is getting a few more hardened soldiers, I believe. So I'm basically hunting out anybody who has, like, relatively high health. So anyone with a 9 is going to do well for us, because obviously they already have initially high health, and as we turn them into hardened soldiers, that will obviously jump up quite a bit. Yes. Because that is going to be, I think, almost the ideal team to take on this final Guardian UMA. I think potentially you might want to take some hunters with you, but you're mostly just going to want hardened soldiers, just to bring the pain on whoever dares attack us. Well, we're attacking it, but whatever monster thinks it's going to be able to defeat us. And, oh god, I'm getting lost in my own kingdom. How embarrassing. Okay, here we go. This is where I was thinking I needed to be, and it is where I needed to be. And that's the veterans barracks. Oh, good lord, past me. What were you thinking? But anyway, that basically uses up all of that. So we have very little money once more, but it's fine because we're going to go take on that Guardian UMA and make back quite a bit of it. Obviously, first I need to make sure that my team is perfect. This is mostly a part of preparation. Because you don't want to be taking on the final Guardian UMA unprepared. You want to make sure that all of your team have weapons that are going to do wonders for them, give them extra health, give them extra power. Just anything that will give us an advantage will be great. And obviously you're going to want to try and balance everything out. So any hardened soldiers you've got that are on the weaker side, you're probably going to want to give things that will give them extra health. Anybody that's got relatively high health already, try and give them a weapon. You've just got to play around with it all, really. But really, this should be okay if you just do this. If you've used up all of your decent pieces of equipment, then really, just leave the others without something. Because if it's not going to give them anything, there is no point in trying to attach anything, and then just for the sake of it, we'll take those other grunt soldiers along with us. And are we going to take some hunters? Yes. Yeah, that'll pretty much do it, I think. So it's not a full team, but it is mostly there. And yeah, I did suspect wouldn't get too much from completing Liam's quest, but it's fine. So, what we want to do is take on the Blue Dragon Rumour. It's the ultimate guardian of the land. Now, this will only turn up after you have beaten the Reddies in the red turnip place. So, you've got to make sure you do that first, obviously because the location of this quest is just off from that area. And you are definitely going to want to save here because this fight can very quickly go south. It's technically the hardest Guardian UMA fight that you're going to have. Technically. In actuality, as long as you're careful and on it, it really shouldn't be all that bad. Because, at least for the first half of the battle, this blue dragon that we're going to face is not going to be too aggressive. Once the fight actually goes into its second phase, then it's going to get more aggressive. But I think let's just wait and see what is down here. I mean, I've already spoiled that it's a blue dragon. It says so in the quest description. But let's see exactly what it looks like. Hell yes, we're going inside the hole. Why the hell would we not? Like, seriously. But there we go. There is our final Guardian UMA. And it's not quite so exciting just yet because he is just sort of sleeping there. But you know what? Let's just send everybody in and cause as much hurt as possible. Now, you're going to want to make sure to run away as quickly as possible. So yeah, this is the last boss of the Guardians, Blue Dragon. So he's constantly going to be breathing down these icicles to drop down on you, and then whipping his tail about. So that's what you've really got to be careful of, because I believe his tail drag attack can instantly remove some of your soldiers from the battlefield. That might not be quite yet, but it's certainly going to be coming at some point. Obviously, if you get hit by the Ice Breath attack, then he is going to freeze you in place, and then that means that you're more likely to get hit. So you've just got to be very careful. But yeah, as I said, the first half of this fight really isn't all that difficult. It's just a case of mastering the hit and run strategies, really. But once he gets to less than half health, then stuff gets real. Because obviously we've just entered his home and started hitting him with pointy sticks, and he's not exactly going to respond well to that. I mean, as I'm sure you would. I mean, wouldn't you want to fight back against the dick who's trying to kill you? And also take over your home and so on and so forth? But yes, I think we are very close to entering the second phase. Very, very, very close indeed. And once that happens, I am going to be like, oh god, oh good grief. Now I have to say, I got very, very lucky there, because I managed to get a super attack off, which is great. Also, it seems that he's not going to go completely nuts until we've gotten him down to the last quarter, so I mean, that is totally fine by me. Less time to have to try and fight against the crazy. Oh, here we go. He's up. He's not happy. So, he's very much like a marble dragon at this point. So, the marble dragon being that other dragon that we got to fight during the God Quest. But this guy is much more difficult to deal with, because he will fly up into the air and drop down on you, which can obviously be very, very damaging. Well, also he has this icicle breath attack, and then he turns all your people into snowmen. They will break out eventually, but obviously you've got to get them out. I think if they are in in snowman form, then they aren't necessarily going to be blown away immediately. But as you can see, he becomes a lot more aggressive in this phase, and so a lot more difficult to take down. You've just got to be very, very quick on the ball, try and get the hell out of the way, and then just attack whenever you get the opportunity. But yeah, that tail swipe attack can insta-kill your soldiers, so just be so careful. Just be so very, very, very careful. But yeah, this is, I believe, the last time we will hear the William Tell Overture. Which makes me really sad, because I love this song and I love this arrangement of this song. But all good things must eventually come to an end, and oh, that did not go well. Please, can everyone escape? Please don't die. Oh! At least we only lost Josh. That's the positive to take away from this. We only lost Josh. But there we go. The ultimate guardian. The blue dragon is dead. And we have expanded as far as we can in terms of pure locations in the kingdom. So it means that all that is left for us to do is just continue questing on and begin to take on some of the later kings that await us, because they've been at it for far too long, so let's get on with that, eh?